Greetings and welcome to Pickled Watermelon Rinds, a guilty pleasure podcast featuring Antie Joan and Ontie, providing our zesty and marginally mature take on current events, pop culture, and trends. Now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Well, hello there, Auntie Joan.
Hi, Auntie. How are you?
Oh, I'm just fine, thanks. And you?
I'm kind of spent, tired.
Yes. We're both dragging just a smidge today, folks. Not gonna lie. And we can't even attribute it to having fun, like, together and doing something super fun.
Or even fun separate.
True.
Well, also, I've had a back issue, so that I've not been sleeping well either. So
I haven't been sleeping well, but I don't have a back issue. Although last night, of course, because I had to get up crack of dawn this morning, I could have slept. No, isn't that always the way? How'd you hurt your back, Auntie Joan?
I don't know. It's been a chronic issue. I've
Maybe
had
stay
for
off
quite a
of
while.
it.
When I saw my
You little hoe.
the last time little and me were in the same sentence, I don't know. I bet it wasn't even when I was born, because I was like over 8 pounds when I was born. So I wasn't little then either. Anyway.
Jiminy's. You focused on the wrong part of that sentence. Because I called you a little hoe.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah. No.
We
No,
agree
I
with the
was
last
never-
part?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No. Absolutely not. I was a good girl.
Uh-huh. Good little Catholic girl.
Yes. Get this.
What?
When my old high school friend and I would drive up to Grand Rapids, Sparta, Michigan in the summertime to see our friend, we would still go to church on Sunday. Now, we were like late teens, early 20s. We were good Catholic girls. We were still going to church on Sunday. Yep.
Isn't there a song about Catholic girls? By Billy
California
Joel.
girls.
You Catholic girls start much too late.
Much too late, yeah.
Sooner or later, it comes down to fate. I might as well be the one.
Well, he could have been the one. With those big bloodhound eyes. Yeah.
Took up half his face.
When I saw my doctor the last time, he was pressing around back there and he said, well, I think it's muscle. So he told me to do some exercises, to stretch them out and stuff. And then I think some of it's my bed too, the mattress. I used to always get a very firm mattress. And this time, because I got an adjustable bed, you can't get a firm mattress with those.
You can.
No. And since I'm not a little anything, I think between me and the up and down of the mattress, I think maybe that kind of broke down a little early too. So I don't know. I might have to look into getting a new mattress too.
Well, I got a line on one for you but you should try it. Basically, the bed I have, you should try it before you buy it. You could come up and lay in it and adjust. It's adjustable, the whole shebang.
Well, you're getting rid of it?
No, you would have to get your own from American Furniture Warehouse.
Oh.
I was just letting you know that I really like my bed. And I got that lowdown from Hey C, who also has the same bed. And I tried hers before I went and bought my own.
What's the mattress? What's the brand?
It's from American Furniture Warehouse. It's one of theirs, I think, from what I remember. It's been a while since I've had it. So not 100% sure. But I have the paperwork here somewhere. I'm confident. And I know Hey C knows which one it is because she got another one for herself in the new house. So, yes, and had it shipped out there from Denver.
But it's not firm, is it?
It is. Like I said, you have to test it out and see before you would buy it. I mean, you could test it out at the store too, but why go all the way there?
Ugh.
Yeah, come here, see the beast, have a nap in the bed, and test it out, and then make your decision if you want to do that.
I miss my Killian.
He's a good boy.
So I learned you got to
Yes.
start listening to some podcasts because, as I've told you all before, I love me the Handsome Podcast with Tig Notaro, Mae Martin, and Fortune Feimster. And it was at the very tail end of the latest episode. And I usually just turn it off at that point because they're usually where they're touring and doing stuff, because that's what they do. They announce where they're going to be, is nowhere near where we are. So I was like, I almost turned it off, but then I hung in there, and Tig Notaro says, I'm going to be in Chicago on March 31st hosting the Ambies. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And she says, it's a podcasting award show. And I'm like, what?
Oh.
So I looked it up. It stands for Awards for Excellence in Audio, although it's not all capital letters, so I don't know how you would ever think it was an acronym. I was wondering where they got the term Ambies from.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Maybe taking too much Ambien.
Right? I'm
Yeah.
just like, any podcast can be nominated as long as it has had at least 3 episodes published. There is a fee for the nomination, so I don't, unless one of our listeners, wants to do something like that, I highly doubt it, but there is a fee associated with it. But yeah, I never heard of this. I had no idea. And then I found out through that website that there is a podcast academy, like the Academy Awards people. And I'm just like, what is all? I didn't even know this world existed. I had no idea. So Auntie Joan and I are going to investigate this a little bit further. And as it gets closer to next year's nominations, which will be late summer, we'll make the determination if maybe we'll throw our hat in the ring and see what happens there. But
yeah. See how it all works and stuff like that.
yes, it was quite the little find. So, yeah, interesting stuff. I had no clue.
Well, they have award shows for porn movies, so why would they have them for
I just thought podcasting, I know it's not brand new, but it really has taken off in the past 3-4 years. I'm just surprised that they organized something like this already, kind of thing. But there's zillions of them out there, so it does make sense. I just had never heard of it. So
I wonder how they determine which nominees actually become public and can be voted for. Because anybody can submit.
It's the Academy. The people who are in the Academy listen to the nominees and then cast their votes.
Right. But like, if anybody can nominate their podcast, and there's thousands of podcasts out there, they could have thousands of nominees.
They could if they know about it. We've been doing this for over a year, and this is the first we've heard of this.
Yeah, there must be some way, though, that they whittle them down to a listenable amount.
Well, remember, there's also a fee. There's also a fee involved to nominate.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I don't know how many people are encouraged to nominate themselves. I don't know. The rules and timelines and all that's on the website. I just found it very interesting that this existed.
It is very interesting.
Yes.
So I might give some of those podcasts a listen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
Maybe learn something from them.
Maybe. And then we've got something exciting for our listener. Have you ever listened to one of our episodes and just had a burning question that you're like, if only I could ask? Or if you just have a general question for us, or you want us to talk about something specific, but you're a little shy on social media, we've got a new avenue for you to communicate with us. And it is an online voicemail system called SpeakPipe. So if you've got something you want to share with us, if you've got a question, whatever, you can go to speakpipe.com/pickled watermelon rinds and leave us a voicemail message. And if you do, please include your name and where in the world you are, along with your question. We just may answer your question on the show.
And Sandy B, we're talking to you.
Sandy B, Sandy B, Sandy B.
Because a couple times you've told me when you were listening to us, oh, it's too bad you weren't live, because I would have liked to call in and say this about it or that about it. So now when you get this brainstorm, now you know how to voice those things.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you also leave us your email on the website, leaving your voicemail, we'll email you and let you know in which episode we answer your question. So you're never wondering like, are they ever going to answer me or whatever? But only if you leave us your email. It's optional. You don't have to, but if you do, we will be happy to let you know in which episode we actually respond to your question. So yes, and if you forget the link, again, that is speakpipe.com/pickled watermelon rinds. We have the link to that on our RSS page, our YouTube page, and our Facebook page. I'm still working on trying to figure out how to get it onto the Instagram page. It's not as straightforward as the other ones were. So as soon as we get that, we'll let you know. But you do have 3 other avenues if you forget that link. So again, speakpipe.com/pickled watermelon rinds.
We'd love to hear from you.
All right. Weather has been a little bit typical Colorado spring weather with the cold weather. Then you get some warm days in there, and to get those huge swings in temperature comes the nasty winds. That's what brings them in and brings it out. So,
and this time it lasted for a week and a half.
Yeah, I think you guys actually got it a little bit worse down below. Consistently, we had lots of gusts up here, but when in between the gusts, it was pretty calm. It was a very weird thing because normally we get the worst winds, but it seems like you guys were getting it worse than we were. So,
and then garbage day comes, and we're supposed to put our bins out the night before. Yeah, so I didn't even put my trash out this week because of that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's, but that's how we get the change in temperatures. So, we love springtime. It's always misleading because you get these really nice days. You're like, oh, it's so beautiful out. So happy it's spring, and then it'll snow.
Which is supposed to happen this weekend.
It absolutely is. And it messed up plans that I wanted to attend. And I'm really bummed about that.
I am too.
I really wish I could come down. I can't do it.
I respect that.
Yeah.
But the weather has been, the last couple of days, it's been lovely.
Oh, spectacular.
And I just love hearing the birds singing.
Ugh.
And
there was something squawking in the woods today. I was like pterodactyl. It was a freaking pterodactyl. I've never heard that particular squawk before. I have no idea what it was.
Oh.
I looked, I couldn't see anything, but it was bird for sure. Pterodactyl. I'm telling you.
Well, I've been keeping my bird bath full, and I saw some pretty yellow flowers coming up in the backyard today when I went to fill the
Not
bird
supposed to
bath.
pick them or get rid of them because it's supposedly the bees. That's where they go first to pollinate. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, don't worry about it. I'm not going to bend over to pick those things.
Yeah, I hear you. They'll go away soon
They're
enough.
dandelion, folks. They're dandelions, and this is just the start of it.
That's right.
I was wanting to fertilize today because it is supposed to rain and snow. I was too busy doing other things, so I couldn't get it done. So, yeah, next time. But
And,
I did.
You went for a ride, right?
Yes. And I haven't told you why yet, and you're going to be MAD. You're going to be disappointed in me. I went to Craigslist, and I got a large kennel.
For what?
For when Mr. Killian comes to stay with me. It breaks my heart to see you have to haul that thing down and put it up and then take it down and take it home again. It was a good price. However, the trip was interesting. I did it Saturday. I went up there, and this is on the north end of Boulder, up into the foothills there.
Jamestown,
Lee Hill Road and Old Stage Road.
Jamestown.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go that far. It was a beautiful, beautiful drive. Well, I got lost. I mean, I tried to find, like they do in the Progressive commercial, I wanted to print out a map, but I didn't do it because I thought, I got this thing figured out. I'll just use my cell phone and I'll get directions that way. Well, that didn't work too well. I thought, and this person we had communicated only through email because I got it through Craigslist. Okay, so you can reply and it all goes through the email. So anyway, all of our communications was through our emails. So I tried to send them a note and say, oh, I'm lost. I can't find my way. I couldn't figure out how to use the email on my iPhone. I know how to look at what's there, but I don't know how to respond. I don't see where you can reply to something and it'll go right to them. So I got all messed up. So I ended up going back again Monday. I went back up and I made it. I they sent me instructions. I printed out a map.
Mm-hmm.
I figured this time I got it, and I did. I got right there. But I want to tell you something. It's gorgeous up there.
Mm-hmm.
Where these people live, they've huge boulders
Mm-hmm.
backed up to the house and scattered throughout the yard. It was, oh my gosh, I just loved it. And I thought, oh, that would be so neat to make like rock gardens and stuff like that. I just loved it up there.
Nice.
Just absolutely. And those rocks, I mean, they're huge. And he said, yeah, some of the building site are nothing but rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them, are more meadow or flat. They kind of got the best of both of them. And it's, oh my gosh. I just loved it. Absolutely. They had gotten a Bernese Mountain Dog puppy, and I guess they had bought a small one for when it was a puppy, and then they got a bigger one, and then they got the biggest one. And then supposedly he decided he didn't need to be in the crate anymore. The dog did.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But anyway, so I got it. And now you don't have to haul it down anymore.
That's very nice of you. That was a complete waste of money. But you had a nice drive at least. So I guess you got something good out of it, but you should not have spent your money on that.
Well, who knows? Maybe I'll be watching somebody else's dogs sometime.
Maybe.
Maybe I'll get the grand dogs again sometime.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fun. So, well, yeah, Jamestown. I looked at when I was looking before I bought my house in Netherland. I looked at at least just one house, I think, over in Jamestown. Too far from where I wanted to be, and I didn't like the house. But for what I could afford. Let's put it this way: for what I could afford in that area, the house it needed a lot of work, and it was built into a side of a hill. There were stairs everywhere, just like 3 steps here, 4 steps over there, 5 steps down. Like it was, and I'm like, nah, I don't. This is it was all chopped up. The house was all chopped up, and I was just like, wasn't for me. And the deck scared the ever-loving shit out of me because it was very high, and like they had great views.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, I'll never go on this deck. Because it didn't have proper railings and all that. I mean, there was just a lot of work that needed to be done. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to fall off of this thing now. But it is very pretty up there. Very nice.
It is. It is.
And then something's coming to Boulder.
They announced it Thursday, March 27th, that the Sundance Film Festival is coming to Boulder, Colorado. How about that? They out in 2027.
There you go.
They beat out Cincinnati.
That wasn't hard to beat. No offense.
Isn't the home of rock and roll, and isn't the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cincinnati? Or is it Cleveland? Maybe it's Cleveland. Who knows? We might get some special guests appearing.
Maybe.
Take the show on the road, huh?
That'd be awesome. And they're just going to fall in love with us and want to be on the show all the time. So
absolutely.
Just saying.
I thought years ago, I thought about volunteering at the Sundance Film Festival because I thought it'd be so cool to be out there in the midst of all that. I did some queries and stuff like that. And I guess they have people that will volunteer a bedroom or whatever for volunteers. Yeah. So
you got to stay off of Craigslist, and you got to stay.
It wasn't Craigslist.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm adding this to this. It's too dangerous. You just got to stay off of Craigslist, and you got to not take up rooms in people's houses that you don't know. Just stop.
Let me tell you something.
Jesus.
When I got back, I think the night after I got back from getting the crate,
you read something about a Craigslist killer?
No. It just hit me. What the hell were you thinking?
Yeah.
Driving up there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like in the
middle of nowhere.
There was, I mean, there were houses around, but they weren't close by. You could scream and no one would hear you. But the person who I was communicating with via email, the name was Eve. So I thought, oh, well, good, this is a woman and I don't need to worry about it. But then I get there and there's this guy walking out, and I asked him, is this the right road? And he said, yeah. Are you Joan? And I said, yeah. So, but
how many times have I told you that I don't put anything on Craigslist because I live alone and I don't want creeps coming to the house? Well,
Me
then why would you
too.
buy from Craigslist?
I don't know, because it looked like a good deal.
Oh my God. You gotta stop. Stay off of Craigslist. It's not your friend.
Well, I can still go and look at garage sales on Craigslist.
As long
They
as
have
they're not in a remote location, sure. Because you don't know. Just could be some creep putting that out there. Stay off of Craigslist, please. Just, God. Or at least don't go by yourself. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's
Even better. You know, definitely don't go by yourself.
I think my intuition is such that if there was danger lurking, I would have known.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we have a new, I do at least, a new Animals on the Vine for this week. And it's something that I have shared with Auntie Joan over the past year several times, little clips of this beautiful, spectacular golden retriever. His name is Teddy. And he's a cutie patootie. And there's so many different videos of him. Actual handle on Facebook is a guy and a golden. And he makes little videos. He has just pictures. It's, I can't get enough. It's really very cute. But Teddy works out little skits with him. Teddy has a doghouse underneath his stairs, underneath the staircase to the house.
Aren't those beautiful?
He built it in, and Teddy and him, and I forget what the guy's name is because I don't care about
Who cares?
him.
Yeah,
I care about the dog. They like watch movies in there. He's really got it decked out. He's even got a little fake fireplace in there, not, just like painted or whatever. It's very cute.
I love it.
Very cute. And there's a bench for Teddy, and then the dude sits on the floor of it, and they watch movies and stuff. They have like guys' night and movie night and stuff. It's very cute. Just adorable. Teddy has sold his doghouse before. Teddy is mischievous. He sells different things on the front lawn every now and again,
Really?
like lemonade. Don't drink it. He tried selling his brother Archie a dog. Indeed, he has. They have one video of Teddy's dad is petting another dog, and Teddy gets all pissed off. The facial expressions, I don't know how they get the dog to do it. Sometimes he bugs out his eyes, and I don't know how they get him to do that. Sometimes I don't know if they've put his lip on his teeth, or somehow they get him to do it. I don't know, but he's got the best facial expressions. So Teddy's eyes bug out when he sees his dad playing with another dog, and then he goes, you see him run into the garage, and then you see a whole shelf of spray paint, and then you see Teddy's paw go up to reach for the spray can, and he goes back out on the dad's truck. He writes cheater. It's very funny, very creative. My favorite is when he gets Teddy to look up something on the computer, because he slaps Teddy's paws onto the computer and then slaps down when he's enter, I'm done. And then he slaps down because it's a laptop, he slaps down the lid to the laptop, when he's done. It's just creative. They do a really good, some of them are, kind of, you've seen it before, kind of with them, but if you've never seen them before, super creative. I really love it. And Teddy is just adorable. And now Teddy and Archie have a brand new baby sister, Ruby Roo. And she is a little tiny golden retriever puppy. And you know how cute golden retriever puppies are. They are just muffins. And she's so cute. So she has her own Facebook page as well, but they still post stuff on Teddy's page, with pictures of Ruby Roo and Archie with her, and they're all getting familiar with each other. And they just posted one of Ruby Roo playing the piano, and it's just too darn cute.
So was she actually hitting him herself, or
so you see it? So it's a baby grand piano, and they're at the long end of it, not the where you can see the keys. You just see her. So they're playing, piano is playing, and she is either bouncing her up and down to pretend like she's playing the piano. It's very cute. Very cute. So
I'll have to check those new ones out.
Oh, adorable. So yes, we'll post the full A Guy and a Golden link, so you can just go to their Facebook page, and then there's tons. They post all of the time. And my sister-in-law tried to get me to do this for Killian years ago. And like, you got to get him on Facebook. And he does have his own Facebook page, folks. He does. But I'm not disciplined to post daily or multiple times a day or anything like that. So I wasn't cut out for that world.
I think it's a lot more work than people think it is.
Oh, it's
you
a
know?
ton, because you got to take the videos and you got to edit the videos, and then you got to,
And you got to come up with the ideas. And,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
And fit it into your regular life too while
Right.
you're at it. Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's a lot. And like I said, he posts a lot. I think I don't know this to be true, but it may be this dude's full-time job, because they've
Could
got
be.
lots of sponsorships.
Oh, well,
Lots
there
of
you go.
sponsorships. It may be his full-time job now. I don't
Did you
know.
did you see him on Instagram?
No, only on Facebook. I've
Huh.
not. They might be on Instagram, but it's never come up in my feed, which is weird, because I watch a lot of them on Facebook, and Facebook and Instagram are
Uh-huh.
same company. It never comes up in my feed on Instagram, only
Huh.
on Facebook. Yes, we'll get that post out there, but I just think Teddy is adorable. He's so
Or
damn
adorbs, as
Adorbs.
they used to.
And the one picture I did send to Auntie Joan was he's got 1,000 lamb chop dolls around him, and Teddy's smack in the middle of them. It's just too damn cute. He loves his lamb chop. There's a picture. I scroll down further, and there is a picture and the caption is, Teddy takes lamb chop everywhere, and he's pooping with lamb chop in his mouth.
He's not the one that holds it up and looks at
Yes,
it.
that's Teddy.
That's Teddy?
That's Teddy.
Oh my gosh.
It's adorable. That's right. Yeah, tell everybody about that one, Auntie Joan.
Oh my, he's lays on his back, and he picks up his little lamb chop, and he just, holds it up like a baby would hold up a doll, and with his arms stretched out. And oh my God. And then he looks at it so lovingly.
Yes.
And oh,
Teddy's the best. He is awesome.
now see, those lamb chops are my favorite toys too for pups.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I
Seems to be
usually
universally liked by the pupperoos.
yeah. They don't last long for most of
No.
them, but
No. But they are cute.
they are.
And Auntie Joan's gotten Killian one or two of those, and he's
think so,
destroyed
yeah.
more than that. So, he's a rotten boy.
I got him that big one that one time, remember?
Mhm.
And then he went and sewed it up and tried to repair it, and that lasted, I don't know,
Not
a
much
week or so.
longer.
Yeah. And that's okay. That's what they're there for.
Yes. Yeah. I wish he would be more loving with his toys like Teddy is, just holds them and, well, who knows? Teddy's got a ton of them, so maybe he does destroy
Uh-huh.
them.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Max never did. My golden never destroyed a toy because he was never allowed to have a toy because Zadia took them all from him because she was mean. My doggie, she was like, that's my toy. Anytime poor Max, except for tennis balls, it's the only thing he was allowed. And
Oh
she
my
tried to get those,
gosh.
but he would keep, Goldens can keep those in their mouths really, really
Uh-huh.
well. She wasn't getting that. But any toy he picked up, she came right over and took it out of his mouth. And he let
Okay.
her. He loved her so much.
That's where they came up with the term bitch for female dog.
No
isn't it?
kidding.
Yep,
She was
yep.
so mean to him. So mean. And he loved her. She could do anything she wanted. He didn't care. I kept telling him, get her. Take it back. And he's just like, I'm good. Doo-doo-doo.
If it makes her happy, I'm happy.
Exactly. Happy wife, happy life, right?
They're the best. I was just thinking today, I miss a dog. I miss having a dog.
Yeah. We'll give you a Killian fix here soon.
Oh, and you were talking about how Teddy, sometimes they can get him to curl
Yeah.
his lip up. Stanley, who was my golden
Right.
retriever, he had a sister,
Uh-huh.
Carmen,
Uh-huh.
and she used to do that. She would curl her upper lip up
Okay.
and show her teeth like she was smiling. And I tried so many times to get a picture of her doing that, and I just couldn't do it.
Okay. Max never did that.
I've never had one do that.
No. That's so cool, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man. So, yes, we'll have the link out there. You guys can all check out Teddy. He's just the cutest. And now we've
He
got
is.
Ruby Roo. I don't know what kind of dog Archie is. He is not a golden. I don't know what breed it is. So Listener, if you know what breed Archie is, after you see these videos and you want to drop us a voicemail, don't forget speakpipe.com/pickled watermelon rinds, and you can educate me on what kind of dog Archie is, because I don't know.
There's another group who has cattle dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and they're boys, little boys, and they get these dogs to do a lot of stuff too, and they wear like superhero capes and stuff like that. I'll dig that out and
Okay.
send it to you. Maybe we can post it.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, they're very well behaved, I must say, and the dogs are pretty good too.
And we've got a crop tending topic for today. Auntie Joan, what you got?
Treat yourself crochet.
Treat yourself.
Oh, is that how he said it? I forgot.
No, that is actually from Parks and Rec.
Oh.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself crochet. Now, I have seen these crocheted granny squares are making a comeback. And I've actually seen a couple people with coats or sweaters,
Mm-hmm.
cardigans made with those. And I think they look pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's old age creeping up on me, those granny squares, but I think they look pretty cool. Well, I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out Jason Momoa
Mm-hmm.
thinks they're pretty cool too. And he's got a special friend that makes them just for him. And then he asked Jack Black, what are your favorite colors? What are your colors? And so Jack tells him like green and blue and whatever. Purple. And yep, Jason had one made especially for Jack Black too. Yeah,
That's
they're pretty
fun.
awesome. Yes.
Yes. The
I
two
think I
boys
need-
are in a new movie together, Minecraft.
Yeah.
So they became fast friends. And
Mhm.
yeah, it's very cool that Jason Momoa did that for Jack Black.
I think it's pretty cool that Jason Momoa likes those too. I mean, see, there is some kismet between he and I.
That's right. It's just a matter of time. Maybe at Sundance Film Festival.
Maybe.
Could you imagine? We both would not be able to speak.
Oh, yeah, we would.
I wouldn't. I would just be like,
really?
oh, yeah.
No,
Oh,
see, I
no.
don't. No. Nobody impresses me anymore. I
All
think the
you
only
do is talk about Jason Momoa. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, I know. I talk about him, and I think he's okay. But no, I don't. No, I mean they're people. You know.
Okay, we'll see.
I think the only person who might. Well, I'm not going to go there because we don't want to talk politics. But there is one former president that I would sure like to meet, and I would be kind of gaga.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jason.
And we do have the link for Instagram to post, so you guys can see what Auntie Joan is referring to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to be missed. It's cute.
I don't like his hair.
In the video?
And that goofy ponytail or bun or whatever
Man
it
bun.
is with it all shaved on the sides. I hate that. I like him better in Minecraft with all that nice long hair. I'm a frustrated hippie. What can I say?
Well, Auntie Joan, it's been a fun episode. Anything else you have to share with our listener?
No, just be careful when you respond to a Craigslist listing.
Don't respond to Craigslist. That's the message we're walking away from this episode.
I better stop because my guardian angel is getting pretty tired. She's going to retire.
We want you to be safe. Stop doing that.
So other than that, no, I think I'm done and grateful to be here today.
And we are grateful to have you here. Jiminy
Aw.
crickets.
Aw.
All right. Well, that wraps it for yet another wonderful Pickled Watermelon Rinds episode. This is Auntie signing off.
And Auntie Joan saying bye-bye now.
We thank you for listening. And remember, when life eats away at your core, make pickled watermelon rinds.